Live from the studios of Real Life Matters with your incredible host, DBoss, as she brings you entertainment, fashion, music, and interviews right here live at Real Life Matters. And here we go. Sit back and relax, cause we good to go. And we about to hit you off with the TV show. And we keeping it live, and we keep it brand new. And now we about to hit you with the interview. Yeah, we keeping it real, and we put it on the platter. What we talking about? Real Life Matters. Certified, never taking a loss. And here's your host, DBoss.
It's me, DBoss, and I'm just here just hoping that everybody is, yes, we're coming into the summer season. We're coming in. We're not quite in there yet. And, you know, we're not getting the weather that everybody else in the Caribbean and everywhere else is getting that's in the southern states or countries. So we're hoping that we can get that and enjoy your summer. Everybody be safe, get out there, do all the things that you need to do, and just enjoy yourself. All right. But, you know, today we're going to get right into it. I have somebody that has, he's a Canadian author and an actor. And he's the recent winner of CANREADS Awards for the Historical Fiction 2026. And what we're going to do, we're going to find out about how he started, how he came about, what he would have did now if he knew back then, or what would he done differently. So with no further ado, I introduce to you JEROME BOURGAULT.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just here. We here at Real Life Matters, we like to know everybody's background and where they come from.
Sure. Okay.
So where do you come from?
Well, originally, I was born in Toronto.
Okay.
And moved around a lot. So I as a young kid, lived in Ottawa for some time, lived in Quebec for a while, moved back to Toronto, moved back to Ottawa, back to Toronto again. So yeah, I've been around a little bit in Canada.
Okay. All right. So you don't have any other kind of roots. You're just pure Canadian.
Yeah. I mean, I have, on both sides of the family, it goes back to Quebec generations and generations with the exception of one grandmother who was a French immigrant. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So what made you want to be an author, and what made you come into that?
Yeah. It's a kind of a funny story because I was doing all kinds of other things, and I kind of knew intuitively that I could write. It's something I kind of credit. Well, everybody in my family can write, but I think we get it from my mom. She's a terrific writer all of her life. She, when she was a kid, she would, go on the local radio stations and would read her prize-winning essays and stuff like this. And so it was something I could do, sort of, but I never really gave it any sort of thought as a profession. And because maybe I didn't take it that seriously. I'm not sure. As a profession, and then I had ideas for stories, and I would talk to people about them, and they would say, "Yeah, sure," but I didn't have any connection to the writing world. I didn't know anybody. The idea of of writing a novel and getting it published. Yeah, might as well plan to go to Mars. But I met my current partner, and she encouraged me to just write it. Just write it all down, get it done. Doesn't matter if you get it published. Just tell your story, And so I finally took a deep breath and plunged. That was it.
Wow. So you say that you say in your book, and what's it? And the book is titled
Day of Epiphany. Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, I guess a lot of people have a lot of those.
Yeah. It's a title that can be applied a lot of ways. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and you say something about it. Could God sanction the darkness?
Oh yeah. that's kind of the feelings of the main character in the story. The central character is a young nun, and this takes place in the 1950s in Quebec.
Okay.
And she's trained as a teacher. She's young, she's idealistic, she loves her kids, and she teaches in an orphanage. And then, and this is what's based on historical fact, which is really quite tragic. There was a moment in the 1950s where the provincial government decided, hey, they can get more money from the federal government through subsidies if they reclassify orphans as psychiatric patients and convert
Oh,
the orphanages themselves into mental hospitals. And so can imagine all these young kids all of a sudden overnight in a life that's not very easy to begin with. Suddenly, at the stroke of a pen, overnight, okay, you're now a psychiatric patient. You're a ward of the state. You have no rights under the law, and they become, susceptible to all kinds of, experimental psychiatric practices, drugs, and then the kind of abuse that you might suspect. So that quote that you were mentioning is the thought of this young nun seeing this done in an orphanage that is run by her sisters, by a religious order, and she can't believe that it would be God's hand that's involved in this. And so it spurs that on, and she digs to find out what's really behind all this.
okay. So, how long did it take you to put this book together?
Actually, pretty fast by my standards. Yeah, my first novel. This is my second. My first novel took me 6 years. This
Wow.
was pretty much done in a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was hooked, and it just poured out of me. It really did.
So when you were putting you had to put your facts and everything together.
Oh,
So
yeah.
how many pages is it? Do you have a copy with it? You have you with it or?
Do I have one on hand? No, I don't. But I can tell you, it's just under 400 pages.
Okay.
390. That if you're doing a word count, it's about 90 some thousand words. So it's not a small book, but it's doable, and it's written in a way that is that propels you forward. My dad read it like in a few nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that going to be available in audio too? Audible.
Oh, that's another investment that I would love to pursue.
Okay.
And being an actor, it'd be a great opportunity to do that. But these things don't come cheap. So it's not out of the it's possible, but I kind of have to scrape the resources together to put that together.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your acting. Like, are you going to be acting in this role, or are you doing something else?
Well, I haven't been acting all that much lately. In the past couple of years, I still pay my union dues, so I'm still a member of ACTRA.
Okay.
I'm still a member of the theater union, the Canadian Actors Equity Association. I keep those alive. I haven't actually. I've been so focused on writing the past few years that it hasn't been something that I've done or that I've been looking to do actively. But if things calm down on the writing front, I will jump back into particularly theater.
Okay.
I just love the live aspect of being in front of people and engaging them.
And you got to do a lot of rehearsal.
Oh well, yeah, but you live with that. That's fun. That's the exploration part of it. The last play I did was a site-specific show. It was outdoors in a ballpark in downtown Toronto. It was great fun. Yeah.
All right. So when you so what do you want to do in life that would make you, like, okay, you know what? I've done everything that I can do.
Like looking for a fulfillment, a level of fulfillment, right? What
Yes.
you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh man, I have so many stories to tell. I'm not young anymore. You can tell here that And I
Mature.
have, thank you. Oh, bless you. I have reached that level of maturity. But you know, writing is something to me that it's great to be able to say that here I am. I'm 60 years old, and that writing is something that is new and it's exciting, and I'm getting better at it. You know, I don't know how many. You know, I'm so blessed to be able to say that this late in life, I'm onto something that's so exciting, and I just want to keep going. You know, sure, it'd be fun to see one of my books adapted to a screenplay.
Okay.
That would be cool. I'm thinking Netflix 6-part miniseries.
Okay.
You know,
You might as well go for the gold.
absolutely. You know, why aim low, right? I think, I mean, there's not a lot, I'll tell you, there's not an author in the world who doesn't think that their book would make a great movie. All right.
Okay.
That is, so I'm one of them.
Okay.
I have 2 novels. I think they're perfectly structured to make great TV or film.
Okay. Which two?
Well, there's Dave Epiphany, which we were just talking about, which is
Okay.
a rather dark, kind of a tragic story, but it does have a kind of that thriller, whodunit kind of aspect to it at the end, which really gives it a lot of momentum. And then there's my first novel, which is called The Perpetual Now, and that's a very sweet novel. It's very different. It's a coming of age story of a little kid. He's 12 years old, and he lives with his dad in a small town. He lost his mom when he was 2, and he's since been watching his dad kind of descend into depression and so on. And then an opportunity comes around to find out what happened to his mom. And there could be a whole criminal investigation about this. And he finds this unique friend who's going to help him out in this. She's a very, very special individual. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
And that, if you want to get into a comparison, it's kind of a Stranger Things type of story.
Okay.
But involving only 2 kids rather than a bunch of them. But it has that kind of feel to it.
Okay. Well, everybody, you heard it from Jerome. Which one? So you guys go scout it out.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, you know, it's funny too because you think about, who'd you like to cast in that movie, or who'd you like to get to direct it? You know, it's like here I am sitting in my house here, going, well, I've never, the first novel ever published or anything. I don't know anybody, but hey, as you were saying, think big.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, you never know. So your books. So you've been writing your books for a while. So is there any and people that have helped you in your career and stuff like that? Like what would you have done differently that if you knew back then now? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Now's the time. I probably would have started much, much, much earlier. But you know what? Maybe not that much earlier because the years count as training.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know that it would have been as good. My first novel would have been as good if I'd started it 30 years ago as it turned out to be. But I probably would have reached out more actively to people in the business, and sought the advice of people who, kind of know what they're doing and learn from people at a younger age, even if it meant stalling, even if it meant not publishing right away. And certain things you learn, you can only learn by doing. You know what I mean? So you learn to write and you go, oh, well, you know what? That first novel is really good, but I could have chopped maybe 100 pages off the beginning, sort of thing. After it's published, right? So that's the kind of thing. But it's just I'm so happy with the way things are going at this stage of my life that it's hard to have too many regrets. It's very exciting to be on something at this stage and feeling that you're only at the beginning.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
that's exciting. Yeah.
All right. So are there any like type of shout outs that you want to give people that supported you all, through the endeavors?
Do we have time? Um, there's the publishers of both my books. There's Tellwell Publishing and Friesen Press. They're the ones who got the books out. My editor in both of those was Lara Hyde, who is an amazing editor. Of course, my beautiful daughters, who are just sort of my inspiration. Now I've got stepkids and step grandchildren who provide the inspiration. And of course, the biggest thanks is to my partner, Lisa. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be here right now if not for her. I wouldn't be doing this right now. She's my biggest fan and my toughest critic. She won't let anything get out unless, it's like, Jerome, this has to be your absolute best. And I know what you're capable of. And this is not your best. Go back and work on it. Or, she goes, yeah, you've got it. She has been there every step of the way.
She's critiquing you with love.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. And I owe her everything.
Because I'm not saying, oh, it's good, and then you hear from somebody else. You rather hear
wrong, I want to hear it from her. Yep, that's it. Yeah. So my first novel was dedicated to her.
Wow.
And also I can't go out without saying my second novel is dedicated to my parents.
Wow.
To my mom and dad. And I don't want to get too emotional here.
Okay.
But my dad,
real life matters.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, this is real life. My dad did get to see the book. He did get to see the hard copy in his hand, dedicated to him, along with my mom. We lost him back in June of last year, almost a little bit more than a year ago. Thank you. And ironically, I was nominated. I was nominated for an award called the Whistler Independent Book Award, which for fiction, and I won it. That was back in October. 6 months earlier, I got the news that I was named a finalist, and this was 7 hours after my dad passed.
Oh my gosh!
Yep. Dad, could you have just held on?
Just before you, I know.
Yeah.
But he's with you though, so you don't have to worry,
And he's in every page of the book.
Wow.
That's how I see it. A lot of his stories came through because he
and that's how you're
going to
keep him. You're going to keep him there, and he's always going to be in there with that book.
Yep.
He's always going to be there with that book, and he's always going to be in that novel, and that's going to be you. Yep. So he's going to touch a lot of people, with that.
Yeah. That's one way to think of it. And also my mom. My mom is turning 98 years old.
Wow.
In a little bit more than a month, and she's in fantastic shape, and she's a huge supporter, and she's going to outlive everybody.
Well, it's good when you get up to that age.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But she was also very insightful because she helped also a lot with the book. I mean, my central character is almost a version of my mom, so she lived at the same period, and lived through similar things. So it's fitting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you see, you have a book and you have 2 novels that are close to your heart. And something that you like to do. So, all right. So where can everybody, if they want to purchase the book, so they want to, follow you and stuff like that, where can they find you?
Well, the books are available through Amazon and on Indigo in Canada. I have a website which gives you a shortcut to those places, and it's my name, Jerome J. Bourgault, as you see on the screen, .com. And I'm there. The books are there. The reviews, the background, a little bit to it. You can find out a lot of stuff there. It's what I tried to work on when I'm not working on my 3rd novel, which I'm doing, by the way.
Oh, that's what you're doing. That's what you're up to now, doing another one.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, you gotta come back when.
Oh, I will.
When you get that. when you get that going. So, okay, so you want most people to go to your website. So if people want to see up to date, you can go to your website. Is there any other social medias that they can go to?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. What is it? Jerome.bourgault.71, which is really weird because they usually use that number for your date of birth. And I wasn't born in 71. I was born a lot earlier. Oh, I'm way older than that.
Just take it. You take it. You just take it with grace.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Absolutely. Sure, I'll buy it. Yeah. Okay.
Are they expensive or no?
Well, the Perpetual Now, my first book is quite affordable. I'm a little bothered by the second book because it's one of the things that surprises people is that the author has very little to do with the price of their book.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's that. Oh, yeah. That's set by producer and distributor, and then the only thing I can control is how much royalties that I can take from that.
Okay.
And there's not much wiggle room, And so for me, it's not really about making the money. It's really about telling the story. But so it's set in American dollars. So when it converted to Canadian, the soft cover is pretty. It's a little bit more expensive than I'd like. It's about $35.
Okay.
Soft cover at Indigo, and kind of the same through Amazon. Yep.
All right. Well, everybody, get out there, purchase the book. He told you where you can get it. Go find it, you guys, and make your comments. So he knows what you like, what you didn't like, what anything that you liked, which part you liked, and stuff like that, because they do look out for that. Just don't go say you liked it and you don't even know what you liked it. What part of the book stood out to you? That's basically what Jerome wants to know, Bourgault. Yeah. So let's let him know, because he'll read it, or one of his team, if he is the team. All right.
Team of one. Yep.
Team one. All right. Yep. Well, anyways, and he will be back, to tell us when he does his other novel. So, you guys go out there, support, get the novel. It's these two books are very close to his heart, so, and if you missed why, well, then you're going to have to go back and watch it. And you can either, you watch it on CaribVision, which is in 28 different countries, including London, UK, and also on Bell 5, channel 658 here in Canada, and through the US eastern side provinces, so the states, you could see it. So, thank you very much, Jerome, for coming here, sharing your journey, your path. Yeah. And you're going to come back. And you guys follow him, ask him questions. That's what people, they like it. That's what they're here for. All right.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Everybody, thank you for being here with Jerome Bourgault here and following his journey. You guys go support the book. It's interesting. It's good. Go read it. Reach out again. There's no further I can say that. So everybody, thank you and good night for now. Bye.
Bye.
All right, join us next time at Real Life Matters with your host, DBoss, as she bring you some more entertainment, fashion, music, and interviews right here on Real Life Matters. We got to go. Okay, that's it, we got to go. And we just hit you off with a TV show. And we kept it hot, and we kept it brand new. And we just hit you off with an interview. And we kept it real, and we put it on the platter. Talking about that real life matters. Certified, never taking a loss. And that was your host, DBoss.